Supposing Satan the devil got saved. I'm not an actuaristic scientist or something like that. I'm told actuaristic science is the imagination placing things into abstract. If it is that way, then I'm not one of them, but I would want to be. Supposing the devil got saved, life would be different. Most likely, it would be boring. It would be boring because not that it will be we are living in a good life or anything, but human beings, whenever we undergo a completely new environment or new situation, things become boring. Maybe it would have even been better if we were born after the devil was saved. Maybe we would have been used to. It's just like somebody who stays in a desert and another person who stays in a polar area. The polar area wonders how someone can survive in a completely hot place, and a person in the desert would wonder how somebody lives in the other area. A lot of people would lose their jobs. The first people would be salesmen or businessmen. How many times has a person selling youth items cheated you? Cheat you that this is the best and such things. Nyumba kumi. Nyumba kumi is assumed to be consisting of 10 houses. And so it means that 10% of the population would lack job. National government administration, Ngao, provincial administration would lose their jobs because most of the time they are arbitrating different issues. Our police force, the Kenya police, as of today, they stand at 1 per every 100 Kenyan. So 1 out of every 100 Kenyan would lose his or her job. Then lawyers. Lawyers benefit because of arguing in courts. We will not have cases in courts. Actually, even judicial officers will not have work because they rely on cases, and since the devil would be saved, nobody will take another person to court. Kenya prisons. Kenya prisons, nowadays they call it corrective services. Nobody will go to jail, and Kenya prisons would lose their job. Then we have the religious people. We have churches, mosques, temples, such things. They will also lose their job. So I am a strong Christian. I am a trained intelligence officer. Whatever I've recorded today has nothing to do with my religious thinking, but it is to do with my profession. You may have noticed that Wajakoya came up with very outlandish things. They are not outlandish. In every organization, let's say teaching or even medical, because in primary we used to debate about nursing and teaching. Somebody in the medical profession wakes up very early in the morning, goes to hospital, treats people until evening, comes back home tired after treating so many people. A teacher wakes up in the morning, teaches kids up to 4 to 5 in the evening, comes back home when he's tired. Intelligence organizations, we spend a lot of time looking at things in a very, very different ways. Just like my friend and colleague, Inspector Wajakoya, George Luchiri Wajakoya. We used to stay in the office for long and try to look at things in all holistically. I'll just talk about one thing about Wajakoya, the snake issue. If we have 20 such farms, each employing 100 people, we could have a lot of snake venom. So what I was trying to say is that we, the intelligence officers, spend a lot of time looking at things in all dimensions. Like now, what I've just said, supposing Satan the devil got saved.